If you're thinking about joining eXp Realty, this video is going to give you all of the answers you're looking for. Watch this video from start to finish. First, I'm going to talk about the 7 things that surprised me about eXp, and then I'll talk about the 2 things that I hate about the model. So I'm going to tell you straight up exactly how it is working with eXp, the full truth about it, total transparency with my first full 1.5 years in the brokerage. What's up? It's Ali Garced, or Ali the Agent, and I want to give you an honest review of eXp, being that I'm in eXp, so I have firsthand experience with the model. As you know, hopefully by now, I don't like fluff. I detest wasting time, yours and mine. So with that said, I'm going to start with what surprised me with eXp. The first thing that shocked me is the training. The training is superior than the training at any other brokerage that I've seen. Usually when people think of training for realtors, they think of Keller Williams, since Gary Keller literally wrote the book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent and The Millionaire Real Estate Investor. But there is a reason they sometimes call eXp the Keller Williams 2.0, because they copied so many portions of the Keller Williams model and completely revamped it to make it even better. A lot of times the problem with training is that it's led by one person who may or may not even still sell real estate. And if they did, it may have been 20 years ago. And if they still do sell real estate, it's usually not enough, or they wouldn't have the time to teach. And if they are stellar, there is still one person from one MLS, one city, one state, one region. So they don't have the experience of teaching or working in other states or other MLSs. But with eXp, the training is only allowed to be taught by icon agents. And I'll get more into icon agents later, but it's only the top producing agents. Icon agents cap, and then they do an additional 20 transactions every single year, them alone, not their team. So the icon agents are out in the streets, they're crushing it. They are the ones that are teaching. And there are over 8 hours of training every weekday and sometimes on weekends as well. And the topics are really amazing. They cover luxury clients, investor clients. They'll teach you how to invest. So not just for your clients, 1031 exchanges, flipping, social media, YouTube, any topic that you're interested in, there's going to be a training for that. All that training is free, no strings attached, and none of them cost anything extra. All that is just part of the small $85 a month. The second thing is that 90% of the agents don't actually actively recruit. Some agents join because of the healthcare that eXp offers. Some join because of the stock opportunities that they offer. Some join because of the better split and cap. Some join because they're team leaders or small brokerage owners and they wanted to leverage off the training and the liability onto the brokerage, onto eXp, or some simply join because they want to be able to brand themselves, their photo on the for sale sign, their phone number instead of their team leader's number, or the brokerage owner's photo and number. eXp gets a really bad rap for being so recruity. As I'm doing transactions and calling other realtors, I literally have to say, hey, this is Ali Garced. I'm with eXp Realty. Don't worry, I'm not trying to recruit you. I'm calling about your listing at 123 Main Street because I have a buyer that wants to view it today at 2. And that's crazy that I even have to do that, because 90% of eXp agents are not even doing any recruiting. But at least it's a good icebreaker. People talk about how eXp agents, all they do is only recruit. That's actually only 10% of the agents in the entire brokerage. That's pretty wild, because the brokerage is almost 90,000 agents as of today. The third thing that shocked me is you don't need to recruit to make more money. The stock itself can change your life. So many agents in eXp have become 7-figure agents just because of the stock opportunities. You can get stock with eXp in 5 different ways, and 4 of those ways is just by doing your job. That 5th way is recruiting. For example, every single time you close your first transaction of every year, you get $200 worth of eXp stock. You're going to be doing that anyway. The stocks do need a 3-year vesting period, so you can sell it as early as 3 years from that date. You're emailed every single time you get stocks, so even though you can't sell the stocks yet, you're invited to make a login and see the dashboard where you can see your stocks there waiting for you. The second way to get stocks is every single time you cap, and the cap is really low. It's at $16,000. It's the lowest that I've seen as a solo agent. So at that point, you get $400 worth of eXp stock. And if you and your spouse are in eXp together and you form a domestic team, that cap is combined. Really, each of you only have to cap at $8,000, literally half of the effort, and that's when you're going to get your stock. The third way to get stock is through recruiting. Whenever you sponsor someone into eXp, you'll get $400 of stock every single time a different sponsee closes on their first transaction. They don't give you stock just for sponsoring sponsoring someone in. eXp wants agents that actually can produce. So they're going to give you stock since you're their sponsor for every first deal. That stock is going to be available again in 3 years, starting from when that agent closed on their first transaction. And that one is only given to you in 3 years from the date if you and that sponsee are both still in. The fourth way to get stock is every single time you make Icon, and you can get that entire $16,000 cap back in the form of stock. If you're an Icon agent, that essentially means you are a hard hitter. You've capped, and then you did an additional 20 transactions, and you're in good standing with eXp. At that point, you're invited to teach in the eXp world, since the only instructors there have to be Icon agents. And lastly, the fifth way to get stock is completely optional. At the end of every closing, at your commission, you have the option, and you can opt in and opt out at any time. You have the option to take 5% of your commission and purchase stock that day at a 10% discount. So boom, you close on a property, you boom, 5% of your commission goes toward getting 10% discounted EXPI stock, and then boom, you can sell it that same day. No matter how you feel about stocks, you do have to admit that this is the first time a brokerage is paying its agents in the form of ownership just for doing the work that every other brokerage already expects of their agents to do anyway without any extra compensation. I can't tell you stocks are going to go up or down, but I will say today's price of EXPI is at $19.76 per share. It used to be super low back in the day, so the agents that were in eXp back in the day made a fortune being able to either sell it or hold on to it. However, talking about the past stock prices literally does you no good, so I'm going to leave it at this. Just by doing the work you're going to be doing already at another brokerage, you get ownership with eXp that you can sell for and make a profit. You don't need to recruit in order to make more money with eXp. Another thing that super surprised me is the power of the cloud-based brokerage, and I didn't even really understand the concept of what a cloud-based brokerage even was, because all I heard when I first joined that it was like the game of Sims, and I saw it on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to like do little jumps and create an avatar, and it was, you know, a video game every time I'm gonna have to talk to my broker. It's not like that. I even heard about people getting married in the eXp world. I was like, man, these people are crazy.
This is a place for crazy people.
And don't get me wrong, I love playing The Sims, but I wanted to do that in like my downtime, not really like for work, you know? When I realized that the cloud-based brokerage meant that there are 4,000 employees with eXp Realty, all of them are available to help you in your business, that changed my mind. These employees of eXp are working all the different divisions of the brokerage. So the finance division to help you make sure that you get paid, the liability division, the attorneys, the concierge to help your clients have a smooth transaction, the IT behind the scenes of your website and your CRM. And the best part is that because eXp is in 24 countries all over the Americas, Europe, Asia, Australia, you can get support in the cloud around the clock, even at your 2 a.m. because someone else, it's not 2 a.m. over there. So say you have a technology problem with your CRM or your website that you get with eXp for free, and you notice that at like 6 p.m. or sometime after hours, and your website has a glitch or it stopped working or whatever the case is, in other brokerages, you would have to wait until the next duty day during the hours to talk to IT to get your support. But with the cloud-based brokerage and with a 24/7 support, you can literally log in or call and you can get it resolved before the next duty day. So the time that you save there is immense. Think about it this way. There are 4,000 W-2 employees with eXp Realty that are able to help you in your business. That's what they are there for. And all of that is just for the $85 a month if you are in the US, because that's all eXp costs. So as you're interviewing other brokerages, find out if they also have 4,000 employees available to help you and your business grow. And if they do, is it just for $85 a month? That blows my mind. The next thing that took me by surprise is how fast these brokers are at responding to you and your questions. Typically, each state has a whole team of brokers available to help you. They're more than just one. I'm in Tucson, Arizona, and even though the 3 brokers physically reside 2 hours north in Phoenix, that doesn't matter. Whenever I need assistance, I either jump in the eXp world, or I email the Arizona team, or I call the eXp Arizona State hotline, and I get a response within minutes. Minutes. Now I want to make that even cornier. You can zoom in on my face here.
Okay.
Minutes. Minutes. I'm giving him options. I'm annoying her. Think about it this way. At other brokerages, the broker is in charge of everything. And a lot of times, he or she is overwhelmed because they're in charge of putting together the schedule for training or actually teaching the training. They're in charge of all the bills to make the office just run. They're in charge of trying to avoid any lawsuits and E&O insurance for all the agents, all the compliance, all the marketing, all the leads, all of the fights that can happen between agents. But with eXp, there are divisions decisions for every single component of the business. If a new agent on your group onboards, there's a whole team for that. If someone has a question about their website or their CRM or something isn't working, there's a team for that. When there's an issue with paying or accounting, there's a whole team for that. So when an agent needs an eXp broker related assistance, they literally get just the broker, since that is the broker's entire job, is to help all of the eXp agents in that state. So if you're going to be sponsoring in an agent in a different state, they won't be going to your state's broker, which is your broker. They're going to be going to that eXp agent state broker. I have reached out to eXp brokers in other states, and I have never had to wait more than 2 hours to get a response. And I'm in Arizona, and I'm talking like Rhode Island, California, Massachusetts, Florida, all over. That shocked me. Another thing that surprised me is the lack of brand presence. Nobody cares what brokerage you're with. Not one time have I been denied a listing or the opportunity to work with a buyer because I chose to hang my license with eXp Realty. There are some areas where eXp is not as well known, or there are some areas where eXp might have a bad rap, but at the end of the day, it's the person who earns the trust and the business of the client, not the brokerage brand. They need to trust you as a realtor, so when you're going to listing appointments or talking to anyone and they say, oh, I've never heard of eXp, or they say, oh, eXp agents, I heard that there's a bad one here in this town, then at that point, you have the opportunity to share with them that eXp has the resources where you can market their listing even further, that you have a website and you can boost ads, you can do campaigns, squeeze pages, all the things that will help them. That'll be a great way for you to insert your personal brand, since the brokerage brand, nobody even cares about. The seventh thing that surprised me is that the family within eXp that you join can make or break your experience. There are many times when I'm scrolling through like Facebook realtor groups and people are bashing eXp, saying that they're leaving because they had a bad experience. And majority of the time, it's because they didn't choose the right group within eXp. Who you choose as a sponsor within eXp is so important, because you need to make sure that you are getting the value you need from the family you're about to join. My realtor crew is growing extremely fast because I'm giving everything away for free. We give you the scripts. We give you the canned emails for your buyers and sellers, like buyer email 1 through 6, seller email 1 through 6, with all the attachments to help them through the transaction, so that way you're not bogged down with the same questions over and over again. We give you the social media calendar for 365 days of ideas of what to post. We give you free coaches, free trainings. We give you the AI trainings. We help you invest if that's what you want to do. We help you grow your residual income if that's what you want to do. We help you create a business plan, and we meet with you as often as you want to hold you accountable. We give you everything you can dream of, versus some other groups or other families who simply won't support you. And that's what I'm going to get into in a second. So it super matters who you choose to partner with and who you feel is going to give you the best opportunity to grow and build your business. So now, what I hate about eXp. 1, the bad rap that it gets about the recruiting. There are so many spammy messages, and it seems like it's on every Facebook channel, like everywhere I look has a thread about people being so divided when it comes to eXp. People either hate it or they love it, and they're fighting against each other, and it really does nobody any good, because at the end of the day, we're all agents together and we're all in this together. Plus, there is so much information out there that goes against compliance, like people calling revenue share passive income. It's not. And there are some people boldly making some statements and showing that they're making $25,000 a month because of passive income. And they say statements such as, this time next year, I'm going to be making $100,000 a month, which can be false and is certainly misleading, because now you have agents who don't know better, who are thinking that in 2 years or whatever, they too are going to be making $100,000 a month in passive income, which is a false promise from the start. And the second thing I hate about eXp is that there is so much misinformation about it. People are sharing completely incorrect information about the model. People are rarely trying to book calls with agents, asking them where they want to truly go in their business, where they see themselves in 1 year, 5 years, 15 years, and they rarely help those agents reverse engineer their business to help them get there and achieve their goals. The very first call I have with all the agents that name me as their sponsor and choose to partner with me is about building their business. I ask them what they care about. If you don't give about recruiting, I'm going to help you close more transactions. If you want to focus on social media, I will give you the entire playbook. If you want to be held accountable to the highest level or a medium level or even no level, I will do that. If you say you want to post 1 video a week, I will text you every single week and check in and say, hey, what's up? Where was that video? You didn't tag me. I will help you do whatever you want to do. It's not about how I run my business or what I'm doing in my business. It's about how you want to do it and how I can help you. In my 1.5 years with eXp, I've helped 30 agents increase their income stream, increase their commissions. Many agents in my downline are making making the most amount of money they have ever made in their life. They've matched an entire previous year's income from another brokerage and made that in 2 months with our brokerage. And I'll tell you, it's not because of recruiting. So it's been so rewarding to help those in my downline without getting any team splits. We don't have any team splits. We have an abundance mindset, and we truly believe that there is enough business for everyone. I can only speak for myself here. You might be a great fit or you might hate it. If this video provided any value to you, please comment below on what was the most valuable and what you want more information on. If you're able to remove any ego and any emotion to be able to have an open conversation about this, and you want to book a one-on-one call with me, click the link below. It's my Calendly in my description, and we could talk about how we can help you and your business and tailor it specifically to what you care about. Whatever their prerogative. Oh my God. Prerogative. She's not even listening. You're making me nervous. Can you do something else? She's watching me. I don't even know what number I'm on anymore.